this is specifically to address that it's more Black Americans that are killed by police than white Americans in officer-involved shootings. That is not supported by statistic. Does that undermine or compromise the argument that racism still exists? No, it does not. Does it undermine or compromise the concern about relations between the Black community and law enforcement? No, it does not. But what it does do is it does not support the narrative that it is more Black people than any other ethnicity that are involved in fatal officer-involved shootings. That is not supported by statistic. Now, you can get mad at me for this all you want to. I am simply relating to you statistics that are compiled by the Justice Bureau, FBI uniform crime reports. This is the number that everybody else goes by. And in light of this, knowing these statistics, I'm not quite sure why people still want to push a false narrative around this. Because if the false narrative is that more Black people than white people in the United States are killed by police, then that seems to be used as a way to further inflame as opposed to figure out solutions. When statistically, it's more white people than Black people. I also tell this to bigots. You know, when you look at people who are, for instance, on government assistance, it's more white people than Black people. So a lot of people think that they know what the truth is or what they know what the numbers are, but until you actually look, you don't really know. Now, the reason I bring this up, I was telling my friends, if these individuals cared at all about truth, they would acknowledge the statistics of officer-involved shootings. So, and the other names that I mentioned, Daniel Shaver, this was in Arizona. And it was an officer-involved shooting. The guy was unarmed, and he was on camera saying, "Please don't shoot me." And the guy ended up retiring, and he got a pension. There's a lot of controversy over that. Same thing with Tony Timpa. This was in 2016. He had a knee on his shoulders, knees, and neck. And he was saying, "You're going to kill me." He pleaded for his life, and he fell unconscious. And they couldn't feel a pulse in him anymore. Dallas Morning News first ran that. What this shows, and this is my point, do you want to solve these problems? Then we have to start with the truth. It's not universal that there isn't any kind of, let me put it this way. There are certain instances, which I definitely would imagine, that probably race factors into some, maybe some of these. I don't know. You can't make a universal statement though on things when you know that there are exclusions to this. Just like I know some of these might be motivated conservative-y liberal. Who knows? I know that my situation with Arta Acevedo is definitely that man hates me. He's threatened to watch me on Twitter. My point is this. I think that we have to have a serious conversation about tactics and training. And it is not helpful when people are saying, let's defund the police, because the first thing that's going to get cut, as I said yesterday, is training. The conversation needs to be qualified immunity. Let's talk about tactics. And let's talk about what incentives or penalties exist for not establishing relationships within the communities that you are going to protect. And I think that also needs to be really the focus and the whole context of the discussion.